Welcome to the GSMC Pets Podcast, the show that caters to pet lovers of all kinds. We'll talk about pets on social media, pets doing amazing things, and how to take care of the pets in your life. Whether your pet is a dog, a cat, a llama, hamster, reptile, or something more exotic, you'll find educational and entertaining information on the GSMC Pets Podcast.
Well, hello, and thank you for choosing to listen to the GSMC Pets Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Podcast Network. This is Samantha Melvin and her little co-host, Mr. Eisencat. And today, well, I thought I had a little bit of fun the last time window shopping with our little bud, and it inspired me to kind of go down a rabbit hole where I expected something very interesting to go shopping for my dogs, Reggie and Cookie, but there was a problem. It wasn't as easy as it was with Eisen. And honestly, I just have to say, what we're going to be talking about today is essentially how wholesome dogs are in comparison to cats. And how you can actually see that in the products that are marketed to, for your dogs versus your cats. It's actually really interesting. Basically we'll talk about that, and then I'm going to give you 5 items that I found on both Chewy and Amazon, because I was having a hard time trying to find those. Now, before we, get into the products that I found on Chewy and Amazon, we need to talk about this big elephant in the room, and that's the cats versus dog thing that's been going on for ever. And well, because it's been going on since forever, well, you have basically a cat person and a dog person, and different personalities that kind of live off of what a dog or a cat is. Now, as we know, Eisen is a very independent cat. He does what he wants when he wants. He will come running for food, but aside from being food motivated, he will do whatever he wants. He will let us know if he's not happy with his litter box. He will let us know if there is, that there's food that he wants. He is the one that's always looking for his instant gratification. He is out for him. And I'm not saying that cats are selfish. It's just how they're, conditioned to be. They are solitary animals. They will, they'll be social when they want to, but overall, they're just happy, sleeping and, feigning, predator over a little mouse toy or something. They're fine. And because they're fine for that, it also adds a level of mystery, because, well, what is really going on in that little head of theirs? So you start kind of imagining, okay, what kind of stuff can I give my cat or do for my cat that'll get some sort of reaction, and hopefully a positive reaction? Because you're still trying to figure out this cat. And, well, then you get stuff like that cardboard cat house that is cottage colored, and the mouth guard attachment that you can use to, lick your cat without actually using your tongue. It's weird. And, it is just a gag gift. But you have all these things where you're trying to just get into the head of your cat, because they just won't let you in sometimes. And for us, we know that Eisen is quite food motivated. He likes people that he trusts, and he likes his space. He will, and he's also a bush dweller. So he likes to be, close to the ground and, able to hide behind things. And, that's perfectly fine. We know that stuff about him, so it makes it a little easier for us to shop for him. Or not shop for him. Because, well, we know that he will not like something versus another thing. And also, we have the benefit of having boxes no matter what, and we know that's a for sure thing that he's going to play with. But, dogs. They're very different kind of personality. So, kind of like you're walking around and you have like your best friend next to you. This sees no fault in you whatsoever. I remember seeing this quote, like, be the person that your dog believes you are. And, it's that kind of thing. You are put on the pedestal. Whereas with the cat is on the pedestal. So the dog is essentially, trying to make you happy, and they're looking towards the pack leader to survive and, again, be happy. So, well, that kind of reflects on the stuff that I found. And it was mostly, nice regular stuff that, hey, well, here's some toys, little squeaky toys. There are harnesses. There are, what else? There's food, leashes, collars, and, also like agility tubes and, jumpers. And like all of that, it's kind of focused on training this dog to make you happy. And the dog is happy doing that because they're being rewarded by you. So basically you're building up this association of them to like you throughout this entire time. And that at the core it's because they want to make sure that everything is okay in your relationship. And, well, let's just say that Reggie, actually, we'll just say this bell ringing potty training that we've been doing, it has actually been going pretty well. However, she gets so excited sometimes that she accidentally piddles on the floor, or she might hop onto our bed excitedly, which we have stopped. But, if she gets onto our bed and she's really excited, she's going to most likely have an accident because she is so excited. And, those are the rare times, but she has gotten better and better, and she sees us being happy about her using the bathroom outside, and that bell means, okay, they will be happy if I ring this bell and I do the thing outside. So, there's that. Like, you have this idea where this little animal wants you to be happy with them. And again, you see that in the products that are given to you. And then, well, for your benefit, you're able to give them like little outfits and stuff. Whereas with cats, probably the closest thing I had to an outfit that fit him was this bow tie collar that I got from this pet store, several years back. And you know what he did? He ripped it up. He hated that bow tie, and he hated the collar. It agitates his skin. But it's just, because of that, I think, well, surely most people don't put clothes on their cat. And I'm sorry, I just instantly thought of these pictures of people shaving their cat down for the summertime, for the hot weather. And, like, it's stuff like that it's more of like, seeing the cat in a situation where they're vulnerable too, that I kind of gather here. Like, with the lick it, gag gift. Like, you're doing that and you know that your cat doesn't like it. So, again, it's basically you seem them uncomfortable. Now, from what I understand, you don't really have to give your cat your long-haired cat a haircut, from what I understand. But there are a lot of people online that have posted pictures of like this lion haircut that some of these cats get, and they look miserable. Or sometimes maybe their entire body is shaved and they kind of have like little puffs of hair that look like stegosaurus plates. But again, it's not necessary. It's more for, let me see how I can get my cat vulnerable and uncomfortable. And that's a way of people trying to really get into, well, what makes my cat tick? Now, cat grooming in that sense is not as common as, regular dog grooming for the most part. So again, you see just this different perception of what is acceptable for dogs and what is acceptable for cats. What is funny for dogs and what is funny for cats. You see so many different things. And I guess I kind of want to end this section on this one video that I saw that just really hammers down this wholesomeness versus this independent, I don't care kind of attitude. Now, surely some of you have seen this inspiring little video where it has this golden retriever mom just kind of helping her puppy go up and down like a set of small stairs. And, well, the puppy is struggling. They get scared and they're not really sure how to do it, and they get stuck on a step. But the mom dog, ever so patient, goes up and down, gives encouraging nudges, and eventually the puppy gets down there and you feel so good, you feel fulfilled, and you're just happy that the dog succeeded so that they can be, they can be more of a part of your family. And then you cut to, an older cat versus a kitten, and the kitten's trying to, hop on down to the next step, and then the older cat just bats them down the stairs. So, I think that the video is called, the real difference between cats and dogs. And I feel like that really says and speaks so much truth in that single video. Anyway, I think that, we need to get into talking about these dog products, because I really want you to see the difference in products that you see with them versus the cats from the other episode. So we are going to take a brief break, and then we're going to start talking about an item that many people will be surprised actually exists and puts that saran wrap lady to shame, unfortunately. So we will be right back.
You really can't underestimate the importance of having the right creative work for your brand or your product. Whether it's a logo, a website, a book cover, or an ad campaign, you really need a quality design to make that big difference pop and deliver your overall engagement and success in a competitive market. That's where Design Crowd comes in. Design Crowd has over 750,000 designers from Sydney to San Francisco ready to help you with awesome creative ideas. They make crowdsourcing work for you. So if you need a logo or you're working on your creative branding, you can go to designcrowd.com and post a brief describing the design you need. And then within about 2 to 7 days, you'll receive up to over 100 different designs from designers around the world. Then you pick the best design and approve payment to the designer. So you're only paying for the design that you want. It takes a lot of the guesswork out of freelancing and out of crowdsourcing. And you don't have to be a huge company like Harvard Business School to use Design Crowd, although they have used it as well. You can start a project on Design Crowd for as little as $99. And if you go right now to designcrowd.com/health and wellness or enter the promo code health and wellness on their website, then our health and wellness listeners will receive up to $150 off of your design project. That's designcrowd.com/health health and wellness, or entering that promo code health and wellness.
Are you tired of the same old news? Are you sick of the seemingly endless political spin and negativity? The GSMC America Still Beautiful podcast is a weekly news podcast covering all the top positive and uplifting news stories. We cover stories that will inspire, uplift, and remind you of the good in the world. Tune into the Golden State Media Concepts America Still Beautiful podcast to get all the great and positive news stories of today. Download the GSMC America Still Beautiful podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, or anywhere you find podcasts. Just type GSMC in the search bar.
And we are back, and we were just talking about the difference between our wholesome dogs and our very independent, no care in the world cats. So, I wanted to start off this segment on something we talked about a little while ago, and it was in one of our Life Hack Pet Edition. And, well, it is the TikTok of the lady wrapping saran wrap all over her head and then putting a good old dollop of peanut butter on her forehead, on top of the saran wrap, of course. And, while the dog was occupied licking her forehead, she was able to trim her dog's claws with ease. Well, someone kind of beat her to the punch, and the thing is, you don't have to put that on your forehead. Because it seems to work pretty well based on the pictures and based on the reviews, actually. So, it's called the Hyper Pet Boredom Buster Splash Bowl and Lick Mat. So, a nice mouthful. It's relatively, cheap. It's under $10. So, it's great for calming your pets, like your dog or your cat. And it also really helps your dog slow down when it comes to eating. Now, Reggie used to need something like that, but, well, she slowed down on her eating. It's the treats the chews that I have to worry about now. But it's supposed to reduce anxiety and destructive behavior because, well, they can enjoy their favorite treat as you're trimming their claws. You need, some sort of distraction so that, well, you don't hurt your best friend, pretty much. So, it is recommended for both cats and dogs, though I imagine that it would be a little more difficult for cats when it came to trimming their claws and then doing that. It just seems like a little bit of difficult work there. And I don't see my cat liking it. Ison, do you think you'd like that? No, this is the episode about dogs anyway, right? But let's see what people had to say about it. Let's see, customer reviews, basically 3.9 out of 5 stars. The number one-star review that I see right now is won't stick after washing. So, let's see. The suction cup is also the right size to shove through the bars on my exercise pen, so I can use the pen to hold it. Well, okay. Wait, there's more. So, prior to washing, it stuck to anything, but after washing and drying it, it didn't seem to stick to anything. Not the fridge, not any smooth plastic surface, no metal, no drywall. So, there's, that you have to consider. Let's see. Okay, there are a good amount of people that are, saying that it doesn't really stick as well as it can. But maybe the 5-star reviews will kind of give us, another side of the story. And the first one says, bought this to hopefully make bath time a little less stressful for my puppy. I suction it to the side of the tub and it stays pretty firmly. I've been spreading pumpkin puree on it and then freezing it for a few hours. Unfortunately, it did not help our puppy with that time stress. As soon as the water touches him, he wants nothing but to be out of the tub. I am so sorry, lady. I am so sorry. Let's see. The little toy does keep my shower walls free of peanut butter, and my golden baby is much happier. So she would suggest freezing the smeared toy before bath time to extend the time that is helpful. So it's kind of like down the middle, it feels like. There are a lot of people that didn't really like it because it didn't stick very well to like a surface after the first wash, but it did help reduce stress with the pets to some extent. I just don't know. It seems like a good idea for Cookie to try, but she's not really food motivated. She's very careful about the food that she has and the amount of food that she eats. And she's okay with peanut butter. She's just really delicate. Like, it takes her forever. And she's very unsure of herself. And, like, maybe for Reggie, just to calm her down so she can just focus on one thing, that might make trimming her claws even easier for us. So that is something to consider. We just have to also think about, well, what about the suction thing? We have to work on that. And a part of me is always wondering, well, can't I just do this, like, homemade or something? Because I imagine I can do something homemade. Or, I don't know, just do some teamwork with my husband. Like, maybe I can just, I've like this little kind of a put together cake decorator thing. It's basically just a Ziploc bag with the tip cut off, and I just put a ton of peanut butter in it. But like, basically, one of us could be feeding the dog as the other person's doing the job. So, I mean, as long as you make sure that the peanut butter is, non-toxic for your pet, I don't see a problem in that. And I can see it working, to be honest. But, I mean, for those of you who are really looking to have something convenient and then also something easy for someone that doesn't have another person helping them, this might be a good choice for you. And I guess it'd be fun to see. Maybe it is more, and maybe it's not as effective as the other method of saran wrapping your head. So if somebody could show me like a video just kind of showing the comparison between the two, that'd be fantastic. Actually, surely there's a video of this. There's a video. But Amazon is not letting me do this. And the sellers, I don't know. I want to see like an actual customer, like, doing the video. So it's really up to you on that case. It's a good idea, but it's also just kind of it's like, how much is saran wrap and how much is peanut butter? Saran wrap's pretty cheap and the roll lasts a good while. Versus, I don't know, this is like $6.95. Come on. I imagine that will work much longer and have more, it'll be more financially responsible to get that over just using saran wrap all the time. You'll also look less foolish, I will say that. But again, it's totally up to you on this. If you are just for sure all about wrapping your head in that stuff, go right ahead. But I might consider it for Cookie. Then again, I do have my little decorator with peanut butter in it. So now let's get to talking about the next segment, because I have some questions about it, but not bad questions, just questions to the customers for the most part. It seems to me that they have they take issue with the scent pretty much. And basically, this next product is essentially like dry shampoo for humans, but it's a foam instead for your pet. So, that sounds interesting, and I kind of want to see more of that. And honestly, I can't imagine, would you ever give your dog a bath again if you had this foam? Would you? Well, it'd be perfect for a cat, right? But anyway, we are going to take, our brief break, and we will be back after this commercial break.
You really can't underestimate the importance of having the right creative work for your brand or your product. Whether it's a logo, a website, a book cover, or an ad campaign, you really need a quality design to make that big difference pop and deliver your overall engagement and success in a competitive market. That's where Design Crowd comes in. Design Crowd has over 750,000 designers from Sydney to San Francisco ready to help you with awesome creative ideas. They make crowdsourcing work for you. So if you need a logo or you're working on your creative branding, you can go to designcrowd.com and post a brief describing the design you need. And then within about 2 to 7 days, you'll receive up to over 100 different designs from designers around the world. Then you pick the best design and approve payment to the designer. So you're only paying for the design that you want. It takes a lot of the guesswork out of freelancing and out of crowdsourcing. And you don't have to be a huge company like Harvard Business School to use Design Crowd, although they have used it as well. You can start a project on Design Crowd for as little as $99. And if you go right now to designcrowd.com/health and wellness or enter the promo code health and wellness on their website, then our health and wellness listeners will receive up to $150 off of your design project. That's designcrowd.com/health and wellness or entering that promo code health and wellness.
Tired of searching the vast jungle of podcasts? Now listen close and hear this out. There's a podcast network that covers just about everything that you've been searching. The Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network is here. Nothing less than a podcast bliss with endless hours of podcast coverage. From news, sports, music, fashion, cooking, entertainment, fantasy, football, and so much more. So stop lurking around and go straight out to the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network. Guaranteed to fill that podcast itch. Whatever it may be, visit us at www.gsmcpodcast.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and download us on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Google Play.
And welcome back. We are on the way to talking about something that's, well, I was very happy to see and also kind of had mixed feelings. But we did just come from, well, the mixed feelings of the little, what are you supposed to even call it? Let's just say the peanut butter bowl for the dog trimming claw thing. But for this next item, it is, a lot easier to say because it's, one single function basically. Well, think of it like a 2-in-1 shampoo conditioner kind of deal. But it's also a no-rinse foam. So let me first start off with a story. It was only a few years ago when I woke up at a friend's house and I felt just groggy, and I needed to wash my hair, but I didn't feel like it because it was just going to be a whole mess, a whole ordeal, because my hair likes a different kind of shampoo than everyone else's, apparently. So my friend actually introduced me to something that was amazing, and she presented me this can of dry shampoo. And I thought and I still think it's one of the most amazing things in the world. It has of course there's a lot of chemicals in it, but it basically makes your hair look clean. Like, it removes a lot of the nasty oils that kind of build up over the days, and just, it really, definitely freshens up your look. And I'm just kind of pleased to see that there's a thing for dogs on that, especially for, well, also cats. That can be used on cats too, but this is kind of a life changer for a lot of people, because some people struggle to give their dogs a bath because they just don't like it. The pets just don't like it, and probably the humans don't like it at some point too, because it's not as fun as as it seems. But yeah, this foam is actually from, where are you, my good friend? It is the Wall Pet Friendly Waterless No Rinse Shampoo for Animals. So again, it's another mouthful, but it is very clear at what it is. And it is lavender and chamomile scented. It's good for cleaning and conditioning, detangling, and moisturizing your dogs, cats, and also horses. So, I mean, yay. I like the smell of lavender and chamomile, right? This thing is only just under $6. Same thing with the other thing. Wow. So, $6 might be the magic number here. But this has, this is from Wall, and I have clippers from Wall because, well, I've done my research. They have really good products, and the clippers are quite sturdy still. I've had them for several years at this point. Now, I wasn't entirely sure about, their shampoo for, or anything like that, and I will say that a lot of the times when I think of, the other side of it, I think that, sometimes you really should probably wash your hair. You shouldn't rely on dry shampoo all the time. And I think that is going to be the same thing for this no rinse shampoo. Because, well, eventually surely there'll be something missing in your dog, and you will have to eventually take a bath. I don't know, how does this take care of, big mud problems? There's no way you can get around that. That has to be a bath thing. Or, just shoot a hose at them and, let them play in the more mud. So, there's that. But there are a lot of people that did have a lot to say about this, and it has 2,400 ratings altogether, and it's an overall, just a little over 4 stars. And the product is made in the USA. It's a calming formula for dogs and cats. It's allergy friendly because they actually had their golden doodle. The creators of it had a golden doodle who had severe allergies, and this was the shampoo that they found. And it just works for them. And it works for the dog, and I'm very happy about that. And considering that, Cookie always needs to be, moisturized because of her dried skin, it seems like a good option in that case. I mean, ooh. You can even get it in a 4-in-1 shampoo and conditioner. So, you'll need to actually wash the dog in that case with water. But still, it sounds like a pretty good deal. Now, for reviews, and I always have to look at the reviews because sometimes it's just kind of ridiculous. So, let's see. Let's see. I have a 100-pound old English sheepdog. How much product a month would I use? So this person has a 110-pound German Shepherd. They have to really note that my dog is bigger than yours, with a double coat. So I use about a fifth of a bottle each time I use it. So, this dog gets like a regular bath about every 6 weeks, but, they do this in between baths so that they're not going to be dirty to some extent. But I just like to go instantly to the 1-star reviews because that's where you kind of see the very bottom of the barrel of people. And one person says, does not work, ... read. And this is from 2018. All this product does is make my smelly dog smell like smelly dog with lavender scent. Got a refund, but I did find an amazing product that I ordered through Amazon and received it a couple days ago. It does the job. Smells so good, and no more smelly dog. And they provide their recommendation, and yeah, just, I'm not going to get in the middle of that. Let's see. Made my dog smell like a cat house. What does that mean? This is from 2019. We tried some of the waterless shampoos this past spring when our dog had knee surgery and we had to keep the stitches dry. We tried the lavender scent after the oatmeal scent wasn't really effective. Our dog is 64 pounds, a dog, Boxer Basset Pyrenees. He usually smells okay, but that's when he can groom himself. Alas, the cone of shame robbed him of that, so we tried this lavender in desperation. Then the dog smelled like a stinky dog and overpowering perfume. It took a sponge bath to rid him of the stank. Shouldn't have done that in the first place. I hate giving us 1-star for anything. It may be my first 1-star for a physical product, but here it is. Overpowering. So they're going on about the overpowering smell, how it smells bad, and I'm just, I don't know, I have a problem with people saying that lavender and chamomile, that combination, stinks. It has to be really, really bad and chemically if people are, gagging at it. So I just am, I'm just always suspicious of that. And, well, even if the rinse shampoo doesn't work in that sense, it could always, lavender and chamomile is a really great way to keep your kids nice and calm, anxiety-free. It's something that I actually have tried with Reggie before. Like, I had read online because she was just so hyped up on energy when, in the first months that we got her. Like, I needed to find a natural way to get her to just calm down. Because I didn't want to give her Benadryl, and I didn't want to, give her, one of those CBD treats that I've told you about. Because I didn't want an accident in the house. Ha ha ha. Joke's on me. But, yeah. I actually used chamomile tea for her to drink up. She actually, I had actually read that it would be good for dogs and, just a little bit so that she can, take the edge off. And, a few minutes later, she was just kind of like a calm little puppy, getting ready for bed, still a little playful, but, just kind of the rambunctious, oh, no, I don't want to go to bed yet, kind of attitude. So, there's that. There is that potential, use for this rinse. But at some point, you may as well just get the essential oils and have aromatherapy for your dog. So, there's that. Anyway, wow, that was fast. That is basically it on the, no rinse shampoo. If you want it, get it, you can try it out, even say what, if it's overpowering, and you may as well just wash your dog or give it a sponge bath if needed. But yeah, we are going to go on a break, and I really, really want to talk about this one thing that is so amazing, and I love it so much. But anyway, we will go on a brief break, and then we'll be right back to talk about food bowls.
is weird, odd, strange, or just plain bizarre is really your cup of tea, then the Golden State Media Concepts Weird News Podcast will give you that fix. Can't believe it? Well, listen for yourself as we deliver the strangest news you definitely won't find on CNN or Fox. It's the Golden State Media Concepts Weird News Podcast.
We are back, and just kind of like an update on where Eisen is during this episode. He is very determined to just kind of stare at my progress as I continue recording and start mixing. So he's very much so watching for any mistakes that I might make. Hopefully there aren't going to be too many. But we were just talking about the no rinse shampoo. That seemed like a good idea, though people were kind of upset that it smelled too strongly of, like old woman perfume. Not to bash on old women, just there is a scent. And some people might find it pleasant. But yeah, so now we're going to talk about something that's actually really cool that I wish that, well, we would get, but just our system kind of works well anyway. And that is something that I found on Chewy, like one of the two things that I found on Chewy. And this thing is called the Sure Feed Microchip Small Dog and Cat Feeder. And it is $150. But there is free shipping on this item, if you got it. It's definitely in stock, and, well, just looking at it, it kind of looks... It's basically a giant container that holds the food for your pets, but here's the cool thing. You can actually program this thing to match the microchip for your pets, so that it's actually, okay, this food is for Eisen, this food is for Cookie, and they can't touch each other's food because, well, Eisen has a problem with mooching off some other dog's food. So whenever Cookie feels like eating Reggie's food, she gets too full at night, and that means that she doesn't eat her food. So we leave it out, just to kind of test the waters before we go to bed. And you know what? When we come back, half of it's gone because Eisen has already had his good taste after eating his own food. But that's the increased appetite is like a symptom of his hyperthyroidism. So I can't really fault him too much. But it seems interesting and sturdy, and let's see. So you basically program it to your specific pet, and here's how you do it, just kind of based on this little graphic here. So you hit a program button, and you let your cat or dog or small dog stick their head into this little frame, and it should catch the microchip. And that's when that gets programmed. So you really don't have to do anything else besides that. It'll just respond when your pet comes to eat their food. But it essentially closes the food container if the wrong microchip number comes in or no microchip happens to be there. So it seems like a good idea. And I see our house benefiting from this. And, well, let's see, something that it says here. Simply program your pet with one button and the lid will only open for them, staying closed for unauthorized pets. So we got that. The bowl holds both dry and wet food and keeps food fresh and pest-free, which is also a great thing. Man. Eisen used to be a grazer, but he no longer is. But for a period of time when he was grazing, like, you would see stuff get into his food. And it was very nasty and gross, and you'd have to change out his food because of that. Then he says, oh, more food. And then he eats that up and then throws up. But that's a cycle. We will get into that maybe in the future. But the cool thing about it is that it's compatible with all microchips, and it can be used to be programmed for up to 32 pets with additional microchips, or like a given collar tag for them, which is an RFID. Batteries are not included, and it includes only one collar tag. So the benefits of this, well, your pets get the food that they're supposed to be eating, for the most part. There's probably going to be, like, issues going on there. Like, maybe it's feeding time and the battery is dead, and then you have a cranky cat basically raising Cain in the house. So I can just imagine that happening. But, you know, it's really good for pets that are prescription diets. So Eisen is on a metabolic type of cat food that helps him, like, make him feel like he is sated and the food is, you know, just right for him. He doesn't have to beg anymore. Now, if I were to give that to Cookie, that would definitely mess with their metabolism, and she could lose weight, but she has no room to lose weight. So that is definitely a positive there. Now, I have to say, this seems really cool, and I really would like to try it, but also, it's just so expensive. And, I mean, you're getting a good piece of technology, and as Gennaro in Jurassic Park said, is it heavy? If it is, then it's breakable. And that means it's expensive. So just put it away. I don't know if he said the breakable part. No, that was Batman in Justice League. Sorry, I'm getting my weird stuff kind of like confused for a second. But let's see. I always go, as usual, to the 1-star reviews. And let's see, a great idea gone wrong. I bought 2 of these units, one for each kitty. I had tried for weeks to figure out how to make this product work. Unfortunately, they both prefer to eat from the same bowl at the same time. Either side by side with both heads into the tray, or one eats head on and the other eats from the side. Great idea, but my cats are too clever for this feeder, or I am too dumb to figure it out. You know, they're being honest here. Definitely honest. And another one says, too expensive and poor design. So the price for this item is ridiculous for no plug-in charger and plastic food bowls. For feeding, only glass or human-grade stainless steel should be used, as plastic gets scratched all over, and then the cats can get minor skin infections. For $150 to get a plastic food bowls and no plug-in cable is offensive. Wow. Second, the white bar on the top is too far forward. The cat gets confused as she approaches the dish, and it still isn't opening. Positives, the 3 different settings are nice for the speed of the opening, and the Bluetooth detected the cat's chip right away with no problems. Overall, I'm returning this product for a refund. Okay. Do I want to read any more? Let's see. Just the titles of this. What the heck? 2 don't work. Multiple animals is a no-go. Missing parts. Worked for a month. And that's when you change the batteries. Fat cat still wins. I have to read this one. This one's great for 4 hours. Microchip works great. Skinny cat was not afraid of the bowl at all. However, my fat cat was able to easily break in and simply slid the entire lid off with her paw. Not sure how this is designed to keep other cats out. Very expensive for a bowl that does not do what it is advertised. Man, those fat cats, they just ruin everything. No, they don't. They're just hungry. And, overall it seems like it works pretty well. It's, 75% of the reviews are 5-star ratings. So there is something going on that's right. 93% recommended. So there has to be definitely something going right, or else I'm just going crazy here. But we are going to take another break. And, I would definitely say before we go that you should definitely consider this microchip feeder, just because, well, I think it sounds interesting. And if you have problems with pets eating each other's foods when they're not supposed to, that will probably be a lifesaver. I'm just going to go ahead and say I'm not being sponsored to sell these items. So don't complain to me if you don't like it. I'm just suggesting that these are some interesting items, and I'm just responding to what I see. Anyway, the next thing that we are going to talk about, and, it's pretty laid back, and it'll be great for your, girl dogs, and, will also kind of really stick well with this entire social distancing thing. But we'll talk about that right after the break.
The Golden State Media Concepts Travel Podcast, the show that gives you advice on everything travel. We explore places you've always wanted to go, as well as giving tips for traveling in those places. We'll give you advice on the best sites for travel tips, information, and discounts. Join us as we travel the world, explore cultures, and meet new people. The Golden State Media Concepts Travel Podcast has got you covered. Download the GSMC Travel Podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, or anywhere you find podcasts. Just type GSMC in the search bar.
Well, welcome back again. We were just talking about probably the only thing that I would possibly buy if I could. And that was the microchip feeder. And really looks awesome. I just don't know if I want to spend $150 on that, because the reality is I'd have to have one for Eisen and also Cookie, which means $300. And I'd rather spoil my pets rather than restrict their food, because we have a functioning process here where we kind of organize their feeding schedule. But anyway, let's talk about something a little more pressing. And have you heard about the women being upset that they can't have their manicures and their pedicures because, well, all the businesses are closed? And I mean, I feel for them. I really do. But what about the female dogs? Don't you think that they miss their grooming? Don't you think they miss their little paws, getting their little pedicures and stuff? You know, I mean, I guess you could, do that. But here's the problem. There's a lot of stuff that is toxic to your pets. So you have to be careful about what kind of nail polish or claw polish that you're going to use on them. Because it all goes back to, it's not just about you. Do your research. Now, if you want to do this for your pets, they're not going to care. They'll just, probably just look at it for a while and, get used to it. But, yeah, this is really all about you. Oof. But pretty much, there are some products that I have right over here, and it's pretty good, I have to say. Like, it gets 4 stars, and I think basically almost everything aside from that feeder is like under $10. Like this one is like $7.99, and let's see, it comes in many, many, many colors. Why would you get? Oh yeah, good idea for claws that have a really dark hue to them. But yeah, they have all kinds of colors, and you can get a 3-pack, and you can get a 13 color pack. Of course, those are going to cost more, but you have options here. Now, hey, maybe you want to have a girls' day with your girl dog, and you decide that Rebecca needs to have her paws be, trimmed up and, made all pretty and stuff. And you choose, okay, let me just do like a pink pedicure polish pen and take that and just make it look pretty. You can do that. So, this product seems pretty interesting. Again, it's non-toxic, it's water-based, and it's odorless. So that's a great thing because you know how, chemically the regular nail polish that we use is. So it gives, it's super fast to dry. Man, I wish that the technology was there for fingernail polish for women. I mean, some claim it, but maybe I'm just terrible at painting my nails, that I'm just the worst. Maybe I could use this for myself. But yeah, a super fast dry, it's easy to use, and it is apparently pet groomer quality, so you do get some high-end finishes here. And let's see, the ultimate in dog accessories. What does that mean? Break out the open-toe dog shoes and color and coordinate with your favorite pet's shirt, collar, leash, pet costume, or whatever. Ooh, hair dye? Ugh. That makes me kind of iffy there. I always get iffy about hair dye for dogs and, other pets. So, great gift idea overall. But, me, aw, these are so cute. Okay, you guys have to see the picture of the little pedicures. They're quite cute. So, professional precision. Man, they went all out, and you gotta check it out. Man, I did not think I would, be surprised by that. But every pet deserves a spa day. Man, they are really trying to sell me on this, because Regina, Cookie needs a spa day. She's always, going around being a old grandma and yelling at us. So let's see. Reviews, of course, 11%. 1-star reviews. Let's check those out. And I'm really excited. Let's see. Complete waste of money. Markers work better. Let's see. Came in quick, which is the only reason it earned the 1-star it's getting. Looks like I used a flat finish marker. It took many coats to get any color at all. Barely showed up on her dark nails, but still did show up easier on her light ones. And then after all that, it lasted only a couple of days. Well, sorry, Karen, but usually manicures and pedicures don't really last that long either. And imagine the wear and tear that goes on when your dog is just walking around. They're always walking along and having their claws scratch at concrete, scratch at your hardwood floor. They dig around in it. Come on. Have some realistic expectations here. Let's see. Another Karen. No. Okay, it is a Karen. So, I'm sure I just got a bad one since it was bone dry, but this seems like the seller's responsibility to check. Quality department, anyone? Well, nobody's perfect. No system is perfect. I'm sorry. I get very picky when it comes to 1-star reviews, and I think you gradually started to see that. But yeah, overall, it just seems like, maybe some defected markers went on, and, well, that sucks, but also the reality is, hey, dogs are going to be running around, and that pedicure is not going to last very long. I'm just sorry about that. Well, no, sorry, not sorry. I'm not going to defend these 1-star reviews. Again, there are legitimate ones where the product isn't working, but send more, especially if you want to stay indoors and protect you and your pet during this lockdown. So, anyway, I probably would try this with Regina if I had more time and more expendable income. But it's just, I know it'll be short-lived. And again, as I said a few minutes ago, this kind of thing is really all about you. You want to make this happen for your pet. You want them to have those pretty claws with a little pink on it, with dots on it, and it's so cute. I would do it for me. Like, that's how convinced I am of this product right now. I want to do it for Reggie, for Cookie. And I would just get that, initial joy. And I think that would be really about it. How much is this thing? Surely it's not that much. I remember not being very much. It was $7.99. And for me, I have Prime, so I get free returns, and I also get, free shipping. So, ha on you guys. So, overall, I'd have to worry about tax, and it would still be under $10. Let's see what a 13-color pack costs. Oh. Okay. So, that's $60. I mean, kind of makes sense. What about the 3-pack? Surely. $22.99. For markers, they're basically markers. I mean, when you think about it like a single marker now, I'm putting into perspective here. You don't pay $8 for a marker. It's a glorified marker. It is. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, my heart's broken. It's no longer novel to me. Gosh. Well, with that disappointment, I guess we're gonna move on to the next item, which, is mostly kind of just funny and honestly mean. I'll go ahead and say it, mean. And the people that get this thing, I don't even know. Why would you do this? But we are going to take another break, and we're going to talk about this thing that I don't really like very much. So, I just have to respond to it though. But anyway, we will be right back.
The Golden State Media Concepts Travel Podcast, the show that gives you advice on everything travel. We explore places you've always wanted to go, as well as giving tips for traveling in those places. We'll give you advice on the best sites for travel tips, information, and discounts. Join us as we travel the world, explore cultures, and meet new people. The Golden State Media Concepts Travel Podcast has got you covered. Download the GSMC Travel Podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, or anywhere you find podcasts. Just type GSMC in the search bar.
Well, welcome, and we are back. And, well, we were just now talking about the pet podicures that I slowly came to realize that it's probably not worth the money. And that made me kind of sad. But this next product, I have mixed feelings about. Because, well, there's the prankster in me, but also I don't like pranks directed at pets. So, I guess I may as well just go ahead and say it. It's from Chewy, and oh my gosh, it is a safety sport XL dog horn training tool. And it's 1.8 ounces for a bottle. 1503. So this is, like one of the other more quote unquote expensive items, I guess. I'll go ahead and say flat out, I would not spend money on this at all. And just looking at the actual picture of the product and its packaging. Let's see. Safety sport, protect yourself and your pet. Training tool, attack deterrence. Deter attacks, stop most dogs in the tracks. Also repels most wild animals. Great for campers, hikers, any outdoor activity. Dog training, easy to use. Training tool, stop excessive barking. Take control while walking your dog. Stop unwanted pet confrontations. There you go. So, I'm going to say flat out, this looks like an air horn. Yeah. Now, we all know the fun pranks that we could do with air horns. For instance, like duct taping one of those horns, like right at the door handle to match the height of the door handle, and it'll hit, and then it'll just kind of blare, and it'll scare the person that's walking in. Ha 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 ha, hilarious. Just kind of surprising people with it. Yeah, ha 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 ha, hilarious. The problem is that this is just flat out mean for dogs. Why would you blow basically the equivalent of an air horn at your dog, near your dog? Because, oh my gosh, their poor ears. Like, even for cats, their poor ears. And I guess I just have to see what more do they have to say about this. So, it's good for small breeds, medium breeds, large breeds. Okay. Great at their adult stage. Okay. Let's see. I already had bad feelings about this one just because of it looking like an air horn. So it works instantly with a simple push of a button to stop your pup in his tracks. Let's see. Helps deter unwanted behavior. Let's see. Key benefits. Well, sure. Oh, it says it's an effective and reliable option for discipline or safety. Okay. I don't see how this will be good for discipline, but sure. Let's check out the questions and answers first, because, well, why not? Is this like an air horn? Is it that loud? This training tool is almost as loud as a standard air horn. Yeah, no. If you do that to your dog, I feel bad for your dog. Just blasting that air horn whenever they do something that you don't like just seems cruel. I mean, sure, you don't like them doing that, whatever it is, but there are more ways that you can, have your pet learn, without that negative reinforcement. I mean, redirection is a huge part. I mean, I'm a teacher. I use redirection with my students, and it works wonders. You do that same thing with your dogs and your cats. Any kind of thing that you don't like them doing, well, have them do something that you do like. And then reward them for that. Don't just spray an air horn in their direction and then just see them like freak out and get all scared. Come on, guys. Let's see. Does it shoot out a burst of air at them as well if needed? Does not release burst of air. Like, even the thought of this is just kind of, the people asking these questions and getting more information just kind of makes me feel uneasy. But let's see. It's pretty much split through the middle. Well, through thirds here. So 33% 5-star, 2-star, and 1-star. Of course, I am going to go down to the 1-star review. Deafening and loud. Hurt my ears, can only imagine what it does to my dog's ears. 5-star. Wow, okay. Not for inside use. This will work, but for outdoor training only. It is extremely loud. If you're looking for an indoor trainer, this is not it. Well, good to know that you shouldn't be blasting air horns in your own home. maybe don't blast air horns at your dog. Because, again, why would you do that to their poor, sensitive ears? Now, 2 stars. And there's only 3, so don't worry. This one is titled Really Scary. So, it says, yes, this product gets your dog's attention. I had used another product that used a hissing sound which worked effectively. After a 9-day trip to the kennel, their early morning barking started again. The hissing product was no longer working. The first time I used this was at 5 a.m. It literally scared the crap out of my dog. Also scared me and my husband. I didn't know why I was blowing a foghorn. Since I used it, I've just yelled quiet. I suppose if the barking becomes incessant, I'll use it again. It is a little over the top and I would not recommend for nervous dogs. Yep. Basically, my general opinion, but I'm looking at the little button here that describes how it's recommended, and 100% recommend. What? No, it has 2.5 to 2.7 stars out of 5. Come on, guys. How would you feel if someone just started randomly, blowing, just kind of pointing an air horn and just letting it blast right at you every single time you did something wrong? You would be jumping every single time you heard a noise. I don't get it. Why would you do that? And just also, wouldn't your neighbors find that annoying too? So not only are you just distressing your dog, you are irritating the neighbors, and do you want enemies? Because that's how you get enemies. It's so ridiculous, and I can't even, oh my gosh, why would you think that's a good idea? And let's see, I have to see this too. The price is $15.03, as I said. I gotta check now. Air horn. What does it cost? Let's see. Party favor air horn. Party favors. $5.99 at Target. A Wallow horn is $9.99, which looks basically the same. The C-Sense ounce air horn is $11.99, so that's a little bit on the... But you can easily get it for under $10, it looks like. So why would you spend your money in the first place for something you couldn't get for cheaper? I just don't understand. It's like the second they put dog or cat in front of anything that they're trying to sell, the price goes up. I was looking at cat shelves the other night, and I was getting frustrated because I wanted to have shelves for Eisen to just, roam around, and it just was ridiculous how expensive these things got. And I can do my own shelves. I can make sure it's sturdy. I know how to, install shelves. It's not difficult. At least for me. I'm a very handy person. I've said that before. But there are definitely tutorials that you can follow online. There was a really good one that I was looking at, but it was more technical than I would have liked to do. But she did really have some good ideas, and she was very specific about what you needed to do for them. And just, those shelves were, beautiful and fine. That will work for Eisen. But in this case, why? Why would you buy a pet air horn when you can just get a regular air horn for cheaper? Sorry, I feel just outraged right now. I am so sorry. And we have to end this on a good note, please. We gotta end this on a good note. I'm hoping that we will see more interesting stuff online in the future. And hopefully you guys have found something that is useful for your pets. And, well, one thing that I can definitely say, and we're going back to, Regina and her potty training, because that has been an ordeal for quite a while. Just yesterday I bought a little bell, a brass bell on Amazon that, was under $10 because you can find stuff for under $10 that are effective and get good reviews. But yeah, I'm going to put that bell right near where she wants to go outside. And, well, boom, we have, something that she can reach easier. And I think it looks cute. My husband is kind of weary and wary about it though. But she's going in a great direction with this bell training, and I'm so excited to see just her improve more and more, and I love it. And, well, also my office space is looking pretty good. It makes me much closer to eyes and oh, your poor little ear. But anyway, I guess it's time to say farewell. No, you'll see me again. And I just wanted to thank you for standing by, listening, and tolerating my outrage at times. And just thank you for listening to the GSMC Pets podcast. Again, we were brought to you by GSMC Podcast Network. You can check out all of their other podcasts that they have a ton of podcasts that you can look through. So definitely check those out. And well, we would love it if you subscribe to the show and that you, leave us a review. I always say this. I love reviews. They love reviews. Everyone loves reviews. It helps us grow and also can make us smile to just letting us know that we're doing a good job. But also, well, we have social media too. So check out our Twitter, check out our Facebook, and also check out our Instagram. And you will see fantastic pictures of Eyes and the cat at the little studio that we have right now. So thank you very much and good night.
You've been listening to the GSMC Pets Podcast, part of the GSMC Podcast Network. You can find this show and others like it at www.gsmcpodcast.com. Download our podcasts on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, SoundCloud, and Google Play. Just type in GSMC to find all of the shows from the GSMC Podcast Network. From movies to music, from sports to entertainment, from business news to weird news. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook. Thank you, and we hope you have enjoyed today's podcast.